Hello, I'm Ben LeMay, and my research project is about the gray bat population and how the human impact has been detrimental to their population. The abstract I've already gone over, so I'm going to be pretty brief with this, but what I essentially did was I made a plot of projected populations for the future if their largest growth rate had continued, or if their most drastic decay rate had continued. And it just shows the different possibilities that could have happened. And then there's a medium level that shows right about where they are right now. Some background information on the gray bat is that it's native to the southeastern United States, and 95% of the population lives in just 8 caves. Gray bats, they're very particular about where they live, and so there are very few caves suitable for them to live in, and so disruption to their caves can be detrimental. The population has been declining in the past. Well, it had declined about 60 years ago is when it really hit. But that was due to vandalism, and the sport of spelunking and caving was becoming big around that time. And so human disruption to their already vulnerable habitats was causing a drastic decline in their population. Effluent from factories upstream has also been contaminating water and food supply for the gray bat. In short, it's been humans. Humans have been affecting the gray bat negatively throughout the past 100 years. So the methods I used to calculate the future projections were the exponential growth and decay formulas. I found the growth rates by looking at the difference in the population over the initial population divided by the numbers of years that had passed, and I plugged them into the exponential formulas for growth and decay, resulting in this graph right here. You can see the red is the exponential growth. If it had kept growing at the rate it did around 2010, the population would be almost at 8 million by this point, and at their peak they were at 10 million. If they had kept decaying at a rate they did back in 1980, 1990, the population would be nearly extinct by this point. But as you can see, currently the population's sitting just under 5 million, which has been a steady increase since 1990 when they hit their low around 2 million. This map right here shows the 8 installments, the 8 caves that they live in throughout the southeastern United States. It was made with the GIS software, and it just shows their overall distribution. What we can do to save this population, I think the most important thing is educating and spreading awareness of the problem, because you can't solve a problem if you don't know the problem's there. The future for the gray bat is uncertain, but at the same time I feel somewhat hopeful, because the population has been increasing and recovery efforts have been increasing also. But the species is considered endangered, so we still need to have an eye out for this population, especially as the human population increases, and we know that the human population is the cause of their decrease in population. We are their kryptonite. So in conclusion, the gray bat population had declined very much around 1960, and it hit its low around 1980, 1990, until recovery efforts were made, and the population is now steadily growing. And I did projections to show, where the population could have been and where it is now, and instead of facing extinction, the gray bat is now facing a steady increase. Although it is still considered endangered, I feel very hopeful about this future for the species. And as long as we can educate more people about the human impact on this vulnerable population, I see a bright future for them. Thank you.